Right, great grand rising to the royal family, Unc and Ma'at. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, please drop a 111 in the chat. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, please drop a 111 in the chat for me, please. Right, you guys can hear me loud and clear. Wonderful. Wonderful. Again, great grand rising to each and every single one of you. My name, for those of you who may not, is Mark with a C Blake. If you are stopping by on YouTube, welcome, welcome, welcome to all the subscribers, to all the new individuals who are passing through. If it is that you like the content that you will be hearing and seeing today, please do go ahead and smash that like button. It does help the channel out significantly. If it is that you dislike what it is that we are sharing here, please hit that button as well, because I believe that whatever you're doing must be able to stand up to scrutiny. If it doesn't, then it's just not sound. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are on board Profits Before Sunrise, where we take only the highest probability trade ideas, executing them with discipline, patience, and consistency. Must remind you that trading involves risk. It is very risky to trade, ladies and gentlemen, but the great thing about it is you can manage your risk. Please do not take anything that's being shared this morning as financial advice. This is strictly for educational and informational purposes only. This morning, as we begin, we're going to be looking at the fundamentals of the market for this morning. And then we're going to be diving into the currency strength to see how strong our pairs are moving. Then we're going to head on over to TradingView, where we're going to analyze the pairs we choose to look at today. All right. So here on ForexFactory.com, today being December the 13th, it is a Wednesday and it is oil day. It is oil day. We usually have oil news coming out today, which always affects the market significantly. All right. So let's look to see if there are any other news events that might affect us in this time between 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. when we're actually trading. And I see that 8:30 a.m. we're going to have core PPI. Yesterday we had CPI. Today we have PPI. And somebody might be asking, Mark, what does that stand for? What is PPI? Well, in order to find that out, ladies and gentlemen, you will simply need to click on the folder. Click on the folder and it will tell you exactly what that is. It is the change in the price of finished goods and services sold by producers, excluding food and energy. And when those results come out, if the actual is greater than the forecast, it is good for the currency. Well, why should traders care? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you are trading the markets, you want to see how this will affect the market, because if it moves in your favor, wonderful. If it moves against you, not wonderful. All right. And a lot of people, well, they just stay out of the news whenever the news is coming out. They stay out of the charts, excuse me, whenever the news is coming out. All right. So you have core PPI, and then you have PPI here. At 2 o'clock p.m., you have federal funds rate for USD. Ladies and gentlemen, at 2 o'clock p.m., the market is going to move. It's going to give you some big movements at 2 o'clock p.m. So if you're in the market at that time, be very careful. Be very careful at 2 o'clock p.m. We'll be done trading by then. For our midday session, we'll be out of the market by 1. And so we do not need to worry about that, 2 o'clock p.m. But if you want to catch the news to see how it affects the market, see if you could possibly develop a strategy to capitalize on that movement, feel free to jump in, not jump in, but to look at the charts at 2 o'clock p.m. Then we have 4:45 p.m. NZD also has GDP news. And then 7:30 p.m. we have AUD employment change and unemployment rate for AUD at 7:30, also going to be significant movement in the market. So this morning, it going straight into tonight, Wednesday, it's going to be a very interesting time in the market. Okay? All right. Let's look at the currency strength meter now. We typically trade 3 pairs. All right? We typically trade 3 pairs. We usually trade AUD, Euro, trade a pair. You're not trading just one currency. You're usually trading a pair. So for example, if we're looking at the euro versus the Japanese yen, you'll be looking at EURJPY. And in this case, euro being 9 bars strong is greater than JPY only at 5 bars strong. All right? What does that mean? Well, it means simply, ladies and gentlemen, actually it's 6 bars strong. Sorry. It means that if the first currency is stronger than the second currency, you're going to be going up in the market. All right? So we know that EJ is going or should be going up in the market. You want to jot that down. All right? You want to jot that down. EJ should be going up in the market. Should. Note I said should. Okay? The next pair we want to look at is EURUSD or USDJPY. Which one would I look at? Well, I would prefer to look at USD versus JPY. Why? Because there is a greater difference here than it is with EURUSD. USDJPY shows a 4-bar difference, while EURUSD is only 1. I want to trade with the greater difference, all right, between the two. So we're looking at UJ going up as well. Why? Because USD is stronger than the Japanese yen. Okay. Looking at EURUSD, which is EU, we're noticing that we are 1 bar strong on USD than we are on Euro. So EURUSD, in theory, should be going down. But because they're so strong, I suspect that we might be going sideways, but kind of leading towards the downside. Okay? And then AUDJPY should be going up. That's AJ. And then AUDUSD could potentially be going down, but I suspect it could also be going sideways. Okay? All right, good. So I want to go over to Trading View now. Follow me on over to Trading View. Follow me on over to Trading View. Trading View, ladies and gentlemen, is a fantastic tool that we use to analyze the market. It is free. But with the free version, you only get a few indicators that you can use. Okay? What are indicators? Indicators are literally tools that we use to identify our trade ideas or identify our different key things about our analysis. We use many different indicators. All right? But today, we're only going to be using this one. It's called the RSI, or Relative Strength Index. Okay, so we're looking at EJ, and we had noted that EJ should be possibly going up in the market, correct? Well, yes, we are going up. All right, we are going up, and as you can see, we are actually going up on the daily chart right now. And I want to drop down to the 5-minute to see what price is doing. So yes, we are going up, but we are going sideways currently right now and retracing somewhat. And it looks as though we could be in a great place right now to take a possible trade idea off this floor here. We have a ceiling right here and we have a floor right here. If we're going to be continuing to go up, then we could see a reaction inside this zone. All right, possibly at the floor, maybe even, well, we have a high right there that we just broke. We tested it twice, tested it 3 times. This could be the 3rd time. Who knows? We could actually be seeing a movement right now. So I'm going to get my broker loaded and ensure that I am set up to take a buy on EJ at this time. Okay, time now is 5:14. We're going to see a new 5-minute candle start at 5:15, and we are going to see what the result would be here in a couple of minutes. So that's EJ. Let's look at USDJPY real quick. USDJPY also should be going up in the market. Let's see where we could possibly be getting that turnaround. And this is kind of looking similar to EJ. You guys see something similar here, right? This would have been the high, the last high that was broken. This is the next high. All right, that's the highest high that we have so far. We tested it here, and we tried to test it here and fail, and you can see a slight bit of a decline, right? Which corresponds to the down arrow on the currency strength meter. It's red. There's a red down arrow, which is telling us that the market is losing energy, right? On euro, but this is USDJPY. So there are actually no arrows on USDJPY. So we're looking to see the market push up from here. So let's take a look at the market right here. We could have a possible reaction. I also have a floor here that could also give us a possible reaction. So that's USDJPY. We are seeing somewhat of a movement to the upside now. So there is potential. Let's swing back over to EJ real quick. So EJ should be moving. All right, so EJ is still pushing down. I'm going to select my 1-minute chart now in addition to my 5-minute chart so I can see both time frames at the same time. All right, so this is EJ, and I'm waiting to see if I'm going to get a convincing candle here and see if my RSI on the 5-minute is also going to turn up. Okay, so waiting on EJ to give me that. I'm going to put 3 minutes on the clock just in case I get it. All right, I'm seeing that turning up right now. The 58 is here. I would be in it right now. Okay, that would have been my entry on the closing of this candlestick right here. So if price wants to push up from here, this is where we would be in the trade right there at the 172. 172 would be the entry. All right. You guys on Zoom, y'all know what to do. Let's look at USDJPY. Same thing, guys. This would have been your entry. I could not look at 2 of them at the same time, but that would have been your entry right there. Okay, that would be the 792. Okay, so 2 possible trade ideas right off the cuff. Let us see what EURUSD is doing. So remember, EURUSD was that one that was kind of close to each other. It was only a 1 bar difference. And I said it could possibly be going down, but, you know, it could be consolidating. Remember when I said that, guys? I have not looked at the charts since morning, okay? So, you know, most people would say, how is he so accurate? How did he even know before he got to the charts? I just showed you guys. We were on the currency strength meter. And on the constant meter, it does give you a pretty good indication of what's going on. It's our little secret. All right? Don't tell anyone. The currency strength meter is pretty sound, guys. So if you're looking at the 5-minute on EURUSD, you're seeing what I'm seeing. The market, yes, is pushing down, but it was also consolidating. Well, someone just said, Mark, what does consolidation mean? You're speaking Greek. Let me break it down for you real quick. When you're consolidating, you're somewhat moving sideways in the market. You're neither moving up, nor are you moving down. You're kind of bouncing in between a particular zone, right? So let's say this is the zone here. There is a high. Let me take this off. No, I'm going to leave it on because we need to go back to our trades. We're consolidating. So you're going to notice that price is kind of moving sideways, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's not trending up and it's not trending down. It's just moving sideways. So you see right here, it broke out, came back down, tested. It could be going up. That would be a trend. It would be moving to the upside. Or it could have broken down here, retested, and keep on moving down. That would be a beginning of a downward trend, like you're seeing happening right now. Okay. By the way, let's switch right back over to EURJPY because we're about to clear in 3, 2, 1. We just cleared. We just cleared. All right, guys. So if you cleared that, please drop it in the chat. Let me know. If you cleared that, drop in the chat. Let me know for my students over there on Zoom. See, we would have entered here. This was the entry at 5:15. Then you have 1, then 2, then 3. That's the move. You would have exited the trade right here. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we do it in 3 minutes right here on Profits Before Sunrise. All right, where we take trades in only 3 minutes. We're in and we're out with the bag. Okay, so I have clears over here, cleared the EJ and the UJ. Listen, some of our students, they're quick fingers over here. They can trade 2 currencies at the same time, right? You have split screens. You have multiple screens. You can click, 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 clickety, click, click, click. All right? All right. Paul is also cleared. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I see some more clears over here. Correction, EJ, not EU. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. So everyone cleared that. Awesome. 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 So the market is now starting to push on back down. Let us go back over to the 1 chart so we can see what's happening. So price is coming on back down. It gave us this quick little move, right? We caught the reaction and it's now pushing down again. Maybe it might give us another opportunity, maybe not. For me, I'm good to go. All right. I usually take 1 trade a day and I'm done. I'm really and truly done. All right. I'm done before 5:30 and that's okay. I am going to continue looking at charts with you. So let's go. So EURUSD, as we were just saying, could possibly be trending now. It is below the moving average. As you can see, the moving average is red, and that usually indicates that we are selling. So my bias is to the downside, all right, until it shows me or gives me a reason to believe otherwise. So what are we waiting on now? We're waiting for price to pull on back up. Just have it drawn here. We're waiting for price to pull on back up. However long that takes doesn't matter. It could pull all the way down to here and then pull back up. It doesn't matter. We're just going to patiently wait by selecting an alert right here on the RSI. So when I go over to alerts, I can just simply, oh, by the way, that I did an NZD USD trade last night. Ooh, it was amazing on leverage. Didn't get to share that one, but this here, let's go ahead and edit. We're going to just put crossing, and we're going to put the value at 70 and click save. All right. So what that is going to do is it's going to let us know when the price gets back to being overbought on the RSI. Ladies and gentlemen, if the RSI is overbought and the market is showing that we are back in the zone and we have a couple other things that's lined up, it's sell, baby. All right, it's all sells. So with that being said, let's keep it moving. Here we go. Price is pulling on right back on up. Let's patiently wait for it to line up. All right, so we're looking for sells on EURUSD. Let's swing on over to AUDUSD. Remember AUDUSD was pretty close to each other, right? So I'm actually not going to look at AUDUSD right now. Let's look at AUDJPY. That one should be trending. There we go. So AUD was stronger than the Japanese yen. Bear in mind that the AUD has a down arrow trend. So although we're trending, understand that the AUD is losing strength. All right. So the last move started something like that, and we're actually at that trend line right now. Okay, we're at that trend line right now. So there is a possible move to be had on AUDJPY. Where? Well, I'm gonna show you. Here's the zone right here. All right, Mark, how did you select that zone? Because I just simply looked to the left to get it right. When I looked to the left, I saw that there was a high here. It got broken and retested. It then came as low as here, and then it pushed off. So I'm going to take this as the low that I need to break or retest. And I'm currently in it right now. I'm also going to look at the high. Okay, the high potentially could be right here. You notice how many times the price came here and rejected, came, rejected, came, rejected, came, rejected, came, rejected, came, rejected. So this is the significant high for me, the significant higher zone. All right, so we're waiting to see if we can break out of that, retest it, keep on moving to the upside, or if we're going to retest off this floor to push up to move to the upside. Okay, and if that's going to happen, it would have to happen at around 525, 530. That's when we're going to be looking for the next potential opportunity, right, which is coming up right about now. Next candle should start. Okay, so with this next new candle starting, you can be prepared to take it to the upside if it is that things start to line up. What do you mean, Mark? Well, let's take a look at the 1 minute chart. When we're looking at the 5 minute chart and the 1 minute chart, we're looking for something very unique. We're looking to see the RSI on the 5 minute start to cross the 30, pushing up, which you're getting. And we want to see that happening on the 1 minute as well. Okay. In addition to that, we want to see what is known as a convincing candle. Convincing candle is just simply a candle that is moving in our direction. If it is an engulfing candlestick pattern, even better. But this here is your convincing candle, and you would simply execute this trade right at the 58 second before the next candle starts. All right, before the next candle begins, which is right about now. Boom. That's where you would more than likely have entered the trade right there. And you would simply just wait for 3 minutes until it is higher than where you entered. If it's lower than where you entered, it means that you would have lost the trade. All right. When I'm on the 1 minute, I am also very aware that the price could push right back on down to here. I still use the 1 minute somewhat like a zone, and I try to see where we are struggling. We're struggling in this area right now, and we either will do one of two things. No, I just carried it down to a very smaller time frame, and I'm doing the same thing. We're either going to break out here, retest it and keep going up, or we're going to test the floor and keep going up. All right, one of two things. I'm in it right here, so my hope is that it continues to push up, or if it comes back down here, I would take a second entry if I see the signs that price wants to push up. All right, so that's literally how I'm expecting the market to move from here on out. I'm also looking at the 5 minute and hoping. I do say hoping, guys, because you never know. You never know. Do not believe that this is a foolproof plan, that it always works. Nothing always works, guys. You're going to have times when this is going to not work. It doesn't mean that your strategy is not sound. Absolutely not. It means that the market is going to do what the market is going to do. Sometimes you win, sometimes you take a lesson. When you take your lesson, learn from it and keep on moving, especially if you followed your trading plan. If you followed your trading plan and you took an L, guys, you took a lesson following your trading plan, kudos to you. You did an absolutely fantastic job. If you actually cleared a trade and you did not follow your plan, I say to you, better luck next time. because it means that you would need to follow your plan. Doesn't matter if you won, it only matters if you follow your trading plan. If you're disciplined enough, if you're patient enough, and you have enough emotional intelligence to follow your plan. Guys, even me struggle with that at times. So please do not believe this is sound. It always involves you. All right? I see a question here that says, isn't it better to enter on the retest? Well, that's a good question. Is it better? Is it worse? The question is the market moving in your favor? And if the market is moving in your favor, then you're moving with the flow. All right? So it would be better to wait for the market to retest the floor or for it to break and retest the ceiling. Either one. We got two options here. I can't say one is better than the other. Okay? The truth is, if the RSI is oversold and pushing up, you have a trade. Whether it's breaking and retesting or if it's retesting within the zone. All right? This is somewhat of a consolidation trade. I trade like that as well. And I try to teach my folks how to do that also. Okay? If you took this AUDJPY trade, you would have cleared. All right? So you would have taken it here, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you would have cleared. You can see the market is still pushing up in our direction. Fantastic if you took that trade. For those of you who have AUD pairs to trade on the other broker, then that would have been your trade idea. That's 2 and 0, guys. 2 and 0, 2 trades called, 2 trades won, and we are moving right along. All right. I hope that answered your question. In the chat, let me know if that answered your question. Isn't it better to enter on the retest? Great question. And the retest is either the break or the floor here. The break of this structure, the retest, and then the move, or the retest of the floor, then the move, right? Because you guys see me draw this all the time. If we were to break below this zone, then that would have been a change of character, and we'll be looking to the downside for the trade. All right? Mark, why are you giving away all these secrets? Because I believe that there are a lot of people out there who are struggling with trading, and they would have made trading super complicated. And it is only right that I show you guys this very simplistic way of trading that brings results. Betty, did you get your question answered? I'm still looking for your answer. All right. Cool, guys. Let's look at AUDUSD as AUDJPY continues to push on up. Let's see. So AUDUSD was somewhat consolidating. AUD was full blast. USD was also full blast. You can see that we're consolidating, but somewhat in a downward position under the moving average. We're kind of tiptoeing above it right now. And that is expected because, as I said, we are consolidating sideways. And what I would do from moving sideways is I would just back up right here, and I would draw my zones here. All right, testing 1 2. If you guys are hearing me loud and clear, drop a 222 in the chat. Let me know. I would really hate to know that my subscribers here aren't hearing either. If you guys are hearing, okay, wonderful. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All right. So we're waiting for the breakout, the retest, push up. Let's see. This is where my zone would be. This is where my zone would be. So we're waiting for that push up. All right. So we're waiting for that to break out. We're also waiting for the retest here to push up, or we're waiting for the break to the downside, the retest, then the push up down. All right. All right. Cool, cool, cool. So if anyone has any questions, please do drop in the comments below. I will do my very best to answer your questions in the comments below, or feel free, if you are on Zoom, feel free to unmute and ask the question as well. This can be an interactive session, no problem. All right, so drop it in the comments below if you have any questions. I'll do my very best to answer them live or after the session, whenever. That's fine. Just drop in the chat. Okay. All right, so we are 2-0. Time now is 5:34. It's just half an hour into the hour, and we are already rocking and rolling with a profitable morning. My suggestion to you guys now is stop while you're ahead if you want to maintain profits. If you want to continue trading the strategy, just go ahead and be very mindful that at this point in time, a lot of people start to become invincible, right? They start to believe that, you know, their trade will not lose, okay? They start to become more ego-driven. And again, guys, I'm only saying this because it has happened to me, all right? Time and time again, we continue to fight that little angel on the shoulder, and the other angel on the other shoulder, both of which are telling you to go in two different directions, right? I'm going to tell you to follow the one that's saying enough is enough. Don't be greedy, all right? Be grateful. Both starting with G, right? Greedy, grateful. Be grateful, guys, and take what you got and keep it moving. All right. If it is that you do choose to trade again, I would suggest reduce your risk so you do not sabotage your current profits. Okay. Let's stay profitable. All right. That's why I love binary. It's yes or no, man. It's yes or no. So we're looking into EURJPY again. We saw that price broke structure and is pushing on down. Time now is 5:35. This candlestick seems to be giving us a reaction to the upside. I'm going to look at this as one big giant move from right here to right here, and this is possibly a turn on the 79 or somewhere within our golden ratio. Let's see. Yes, right on the 79, right on the money. All right, so let's see. I would caution you to, when approaching this idea now, though, you know, some people can take on the risk who are more, who are a little bit more advanced with their thought process, not necessarily their skill set, but their mindset a little bit more advanced. Because here's why it gets tricky. You've fallen below the moving average, and so a lot of times when we see that, we're thinking, okay, the market might be selling. Not so. We could have actually broken below and we're pushing right back on up, just like we did here, for example. See that? Just like we did there. We pushed below, then we pushed back above, then we stayed above. We pushed below, then we pushed back above, and we stayed above. So just be mindful of that, guys. Not because you're below here means that you're going to be trending down. You could still be moving up because you've not broken your pivot right here. Your pivot is right here. You have not broken that as yet. Once you've broken this, then I'm saying we could potentially be looking for that trade to the downside. All right. But so far, we're looking for upward movements. All right. All right. So let's see if she's going to actually respect that. No, that's the next thing. Somebody might say, but Mark, which zone are you looking at? Well, number one, I'm going to look to the left to get it right. And I'm seeing that there are a couple of zones over here. And if you take the dotted line, the cursor dotted line, and look to the right, you're going to see that it's pretty much lined up with that area over here. See that? So you had a ceiling here, a ceiling here, a ceiling here, and a floor here. So what is that telling you? It's telling you that even though the ceiling was broken, it doesn't mean it's forgotten. Some people might think that once the ceiling is broken, they're done with it. Fine, you can be done with it, but is the market done with it? Possibly not. It could be coming right back down to test that area once again. I, however, would not be using this area. I'll be using the Fibonacci retracement tool to find where my possible zone is. And my zone would be right somewhere in the 61.8, 70.6, or to 79 region. That's an area I call my golden ratio. All right. And you can see the price came right back down to the T on the 79 and it's pushing up. Sometimes it goes to the 61.8, sometimes it goes to the 70.6. But what is true is that most times, when you measure an impulse, you usually get a nice retracement. Okay, so where is the impulse? I'm looking at it from here to here, and then back down to here to keep on moving. All right. So I'm not looking at the internal moves, I'm looking at the external moves. All right. I hope that makes sense. If that makes sense, guys, drop some dollar signs in the chat. Let me know. We have a full house today. Drop some dollar signs in the chat. Let me know if that all makes sense for those on Zoom. Zoom in it. All right. But B, I was asking if that answered your question and you didn't answer me. Now you're dropping the most dollar signs. I don't get it. All right, great. Glad to know you're there. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. That means you guys are following along and it's making sense. No, it doesn't make sense. It makes dollars. Dollar bills, y'all. Here's another thing. I'm going to be looking at the drop from here coming on down. And as you can see, as price pushes on back up, if we break this trend line, even more reason why I'm looking to take this trade up. All right. So if you took this, you would have won on that 5-minute candle because price closed above where it opened, and chances are you'd have been somewhere within that for the 3 minutes. You would have cleared that trade on that EJ again. All right. So that would have been a second opportunity for you to clear. Amazing job, guys, if you took this one as well. Okay. Market is now turning on point. So we're done with this whole thing. EJ, let me go ahead and clean that chart up. I'm done with analyzing EJ. We are complete with that. I see a cleared on EJ over here in the chats. Wonderful. That's wonderful. So that's 3-0. That's a potential 3-0 right there. 3-0, let's go. 3-0, let's go. All right. What does that mean? It means that if each trade that you took was anywhere from 1 to 3%, right? ROI. It means that, let's use some easy numbers, guys. Let's say you had invested, I don't know, if you invested, let's say $10, you'd have made anywhere from $1 to, no, that's wrong. If you have $100, it means that you are looking to make anywhere from $1 to $3. Okay. If you had 1,000, you're making anywhere from 10 to 30, and so on and so forth. Okay. So for me, I aim for 3% per trade. 3% per trade. All right. For the last couple of trades, I've actually been compounding, so it's not quite 3%. Not going to go into compounding right now. It's not enough time. You'd have to visit our sessions or training sessions to go over that. But 3% is usually what we go for. So if you just made 3% on one trade, imagine what you would have made in 3 trades. That would have been All right, 9% in half an hour. Guys, come on. Some people say, Mark, that's impossible. I say to you, we just showed you it's possible, right? And we do this every single day, guys, except for Monday and Fridays, where on Mondays, we focus on the mindset of the trader, okay? We focus on the mindset of the trader on Monday, and we believe that the mindset of the trader is responsible for anywhere from 80 to 85% of your profitability, okay? Mark, why is that so high? Because trading is about emotional intelligence. It's not so much about your ability to analyze the markets on the charts. It's about your ability to analyze yourself off the charts. All right? Or I guess it's still on the charts, but beyond the charts, which is the name of our program here. It is beyond the charts, and that's exactly where we're going to go. We're going to have to go beyond the charts in order to really help you grow and become a disciplined, consistent, and patient trader. All right, so let's swing on over to UJ and see what UJ is doing. UJ is still respecting that floor, still respecting the trend line, and pushing on up. All right, someone says, I've learned more about myself from trading than anything else. I'm greedy. You know what? I'm with you. I've learned that myself as well. And I've learned that not only am I greedy, I'm impatient. I was impatient. And I've also learned that I'm ego-driven. All right? I'm still fighting that one. I've learned a lot about myself too, to all my students out there. But the good thing is never to give up, because you're consistently trying, you're going to create better habits, and you are going to actually become better. If it is at least 1% better each and every single day, you're doing well. You know, some people stay stagnant. They don't change. The only thing constant in life is change, right? And some people try to stay the same. I can't do that. We must evolve, right? Someone said they were impatient, losing trades. You had to calm yourself down, but now you're consistent. Awesome. I concur. I was losing trades left, right, and center, until I started to journal. When I started to journal and I recognized my errors, I started to tighten up my strategy. I started to backtest more. I started to trade less. And I started to go back into the charts to see where my mistakes were. And I was starting to recognize that my strategy was sound. Every time I looked back, everything was winning. I mean, when I looked at the how the market moved, I'm looking to see my break and my retest areas, and I'm seeing them. I'm seeing right here that, you know, the market came back down. It broke it here. But then it came back down and it retested it, and then it moved, and then it tested it and it moved, and it tested and it moved. I'm like, if I only need one candlestick, then I just got three potential opportunities. And I back tested it some more, and I said, but it doesn't matter if I'm going down, even it doesn't matter if I'm going up, even if I'm going down, it's doing the same thing. So I'm going down right here, and I'm looking at my floors. I'm saying, okay, but from here to here, I see a retest here. From here to here, I see a retest here. I see a retest here. I see a retest here. And we're going down. So we got a retest here. I'm going down. I got a retest here. I'm going down. I got a retest here. I'm going down. I saw multiple different opportunities to get into the market just by evaluating those zones. And I said, but we got something here. We got something here. And then I recognized it wasn't the zones that needed tightening up. It was my mind. I needed to have the correct mindset in doing this. And if I don't have that, it doesn't matter how many zones I find. I would not be consistently profitable. So that's where it all begins, guys. It all begins with you. You have to recognize that you have the power to make the decisions, to make the right choices. Life is all about choices. That's all it is. It's about choices. Are you going to choose to walk away and stop trading? Are you going to choose to not over leverage? Are you going to choose to write down your goals? Are you going to choose to follow your goals? Are you going to choose to wake up every morning at 5 a.m. and meet us right here on Profits Before Sunrise, where we take amazing trade opportunities? Are you going to be disciplined and spreading your bed every single morning? See, it's the little things, guys, that really and truly matters. Okay? So with that being said, it's 5:49. USDJPY is doing its thing. All right. EURUSD. Let's see. Okay. So she did pull back all the way up to this wick. Came pretty close to our zone, but did not quite give it to us. Right. So as you can see, this would have been the fall. This would have been where price retested, and this is her dropping right now. So she didn't quite give us the move we were looking for back into the zone, nor did she push up to the RSI so we could get an overbought condition. So I would not be in this trade. Moving right along exactly as predicted, but the setup is not there. So it's not our trade. Another mental game. Being able to take only your trades, ladies and gentlemen, you don't know how far we've come in just taking our trades. This is set up nicely. It's retesting perfectly. We got a nice convincing candle multiple times, but I'm going to ignore the trade because it did not set up how I want it to be set up. All right, being able to take only my trades, the trades I want, guys, trust me, that was a challenge. But I'm beyond it right now. I now only take the trades that line up with me right here on Profits Before Sunrise. When trading binary, I'm sharp like a rock. All right. All right, let me say with leverage, let's see, profits after dark tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. We have a couple of trade ideas that we looked at last night. EURJPY, we looked at that. Wow, beautiful trade idea going to the upside. Price broke out of our area here, retested down here, then pushed on up. USDJPY, let's look at that trade idea. Price retested, fell a little bit low, still pushed on up. Guys, this was the one we were looking at selling actually. So we would have gotten stopped out on this trade had we taken it down for the sell. But more than likely not, because we've neglected to draw this one, right? Which would have been the change of character. So we had a change of character here. Once price breaks this high, guys, we're no longer looking for sell opportunities, okay? If it retested it and pushed it right back down, different conversation. But this broke right through it. All sells are off. All right, this is for my leverage, guys. All sells are off, and you're now looking to the upside, which would have been this move. So you'd have been in this position, let's say right here on this green candle. Your stop loss would have gone either below the low here or below the low here, and you'd have taken that up for the win. So that potentially could have been a win if you were aware and at the charts. All right, same to be said for this one as well. You're looking for the breakout. This is why I always try to draw both angles, guys, because if price doesn't give you the move to the upside, you could potentially get a change of character to the downside, which you got here. I'll give you an example of what we're talking about. Same binary move we just looked at, but we're just doing it now on a leverage leverage basis, which means we're going in for a little bit longer than just 3 minutes. We're going in for pips now. Okay, so this would have been your entry here. You got another entry here. You got another entry here. You got another entry here. You had potentially 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities, none of which would have broken above to hit your stop loss, but all would have given you your TP. All right, so that would have been leverage. So awesome, awesome, awesome moves right there. Okay. All right, so we look at those later tonight on Profits After Dark, and then we see what else is setting up for future trades. All right, guys, the time now is 5:55. I am so grateful to have you guys on the charts with me. Whenever you do stop on by again, let me know how you liked this session. Whenever you stop on by on YouTube, let me know how well you like this session. If you got value, from this session today, please do let me know. All right, it is very important to us that we document how well we're doing to help individuals learn this skill. Okay. All right, so EURUSD looks like she's pulling on back up now. You see what I'm telling you about being patient and waiting on your trade, guys? So if the currency strength meter is still in favor, that's still a trade opportunity on EURUSD. I'm seeing where Euro is still 1 bar weaker than the US dollar. Euro still has a red down arrow. So let's see if we're still going to be able to go down. All right, you're welcome, guys. I see the thank yous. I see the appreciation. Hope you all got some value from today's session. I know I did. I definitely got some value. I got 2 and 1 actually. 2 and 0. Right? 2 and 0. Actually, 1 and 0. But we got 3 and 0 on the session today. I hope you are all satisfied with your trade ideas and satisfied with your decisions. And yeah, that's it. Again, I want to thank you guys on YouTube for stopping by. If you, again, got some value, please do smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well and turn on the bell so you can be notified anytime we go live or anytime we post any videos that can help in any way, shape, or form to improve your trading experiences. Okay? With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, may the divine forces in me greet the divine forces in you. May you all manifest each and every heart's desire. Ashe family, one love, have an amazing rest of your day. This is Mark with the C. I'm out, guys. Peace.